Welcome to My Roman Empire, the podcast where a guest tells us about the pop culture moment that lives in their mind rent-free, i.e., their Roman Empire. We are your awkward prods, your Roman empires. I'm Joseph Martin.
I'm Linus Karp.
And our special guest today is an actor who's played Beppo the Clown opposite Tom Hanks in A Man Called Otto. He is Zach Carlos in the brilliant TV series Adults and currently in the Broadway cast of the hottest show in the world, Oh Mary. Welcome to the podcast, Julian Manjerico. Did I say that right?
That was beautiful.
Great.
That was amazing.
Stunning.
Wow, that line of work, it sounds like I'm like so busy. Thank you for doing that.
Not at all. Booked and blessed.
Oh, sure. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I got a job.
I mean, it must have been a pretty exciting couple of years for you.
Yeah, it was shot out of a cannon. Like this past year especially. I booked Adults and then Oh Mary like within a couple months of each other. And I was like, fucking hell. So it's just been amazing. I'm still trying to learn how to be an adult. Adults.
Yes.
Tune in.
How does that feel when you book those two jobs so close to each other? Like, do you feel like this is it? I'm off.
It made me like dissociate, to be honest. I kind of looked around at the world and I was like, is this real? I was like, this can't be real. Like, I mean, booking Broadway and then like a guest star on like the season finale of a TV show directed by Nick Kroll. It was just all just like within that span of like a couple months, I was like, this is kind of crazy. Like it made me just, again, look around and like forget like the past decade of like auditioning and getting told no so many times and just being told two big yeses for things that like I didn't even, even think were possible that easily.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yeah, and we'll dive in more to those projects in a moment. But like before then, going back to earlier, but before you got to these big yeses, like, did you always want to be an actor? Was that always the goal?
Yeah, it was always that. I'm not good at anything else. I was like terrible at school, but I also heard that Jessica Chastain is bad at school. And that made me go like, okay, so I guess like I'm Jessica Chastain. Like it's, like.
I got quite good grades. I can never be Jessica Chastain.
You could always be Jessica Chastain. She lives in you. Give it a couple years. She's going to be like the new like Laura Dern, Carrie Coon. I think the gays like are slowly smelling that she's like, there's something about her that's all-encompassing, maternal.
Yeah.
She's the mom that we all needed.
Tammy Faye was like, she was so fantastic.
It's going to be a cult classic in a couple, like give it a decade. People are going to look back and be like, what the fuck was that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so before you landed these two yeses, what was life like then?
I worked at Balthazar in Soho. It's like where like a bunch of like celebrities go and like I worked there for like 2.5 years and it was one of the first jobs I had moving to New York. And in the span of like 2.5 years, I served like at least like 100 just celebrities and just getting to learn how to talk to them and be present with them. I was Anna Wintour's personal waiter for the tail end of it. Like because she you could tell that she was like okay with me, this tall skinny gay man. She's like, you'll do fine. And I got the pleasure of like serving her every time she came in when I was on shift.
And what is the secret to talk to celebrities then?
It's really just like, well, with Anna, that's different. With Anna, it's like,
different level.
That's a different level of, but she's also very funny. She's very just like witty and sarcastic. And once you understand that, you're like, oh, you're just like a normal person like everyone else. I think the trick to talking to celebrities is they just want to forget about, especially when they sit down to eat, they just want to forget about what they are and who they are for just like 2 hours. I remember, I served Matt Damon and his wife for their 20th anniversary, and they went through like 4 bottles of wine, like together, and she was keeping up right with him.
Good for them.
Yeah, and I remember the first thing they said when they sat down at the booth, I went up to them, and Matt Damon, like he put on like an accent, like I think he was like rehearsing for like a movie, so he was trying to like put on some, like trying to like test out and make it more natural, the accent, and then he just was like, oh, can we get some tap water, please? And I went, what are you doing with your voice? And it's just like, why not? Like, and the second that he like understood that I wasn't going to be like, we had an amazing lunch. That was probably my favorite celebrity that I took care of because they were just such normal people.
And now you get to be the celebrity that goes to Balthazar and it's like, just treat me like I'm a normal person,
Crazy.
please. Yes,
Do
I'm
you
on Broadway.
feel like people are putting on Or like the way you say you would get nervous or special treatment for celebrities. Do you feel like you're getting that to some extent now?
It happens at stage door sometimes when I'm signing, and they go, and we love Zach Carlos, and I go, don't bring that twink up right now, please. I can't. But it happened when Adults came out. My episode came out 2 days later. I went to go to a restaurant, like an Asian restaurant. I forget the name of it, with my friend. I go up to the maitre d' at the front, and he was like, oh my god, I just saw you last night on TV. And then he brought us to the VIP table, and then they sent out free appetizers, free desserts, everything that I would do to when a celebrity that I love would come into Balthazar. And it was just such like a full circle moment of like, Jesus Christ, like we're moving.
And how does that feel?
Matt Damon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do you feel like that? Like, did you feel like surprisingly at ease with that, or were you like, oh, this is quite weird because now they're doing the things that I would
so
normally.
Weird. Yeah. And I'm still like getting used to it. But when Adults was like just premiering, that was a little weird to like be at a bar and like someone would come up to me and just like immediately start talking about it. And it does feel like a little like, whoa, like I felt like Adam Driver being like, I don't want to talk about myself as an actor, you know? So maybe I am like kind of chasing that like human connection still of like, I still think like I'm a nobody. I still think I'm like a stranger and anonymous to the world. Thank God. So I'm just going to keep rocking with that and know that that's what I want to keep being, you know?
Yeah.
It's just like a real person because we all are just real people.
We're also normal. We're so relatable.
We're also normal.
You know, just because we have a platform.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, before these two big roles, you also appeared again opposite Tom Hanks in A Man Called Otto, where you're playing a clown.
Yeah.
Camp.
How did that happen, and what was that like? Yeah.
It was the first role I got out of school.
Wow.
Crazy. It was 6 months after just auditioning, people saying no. Obviously, that's what an actor is. You guys know. Absolutely.
I don't know what you mean. We're offer only. Yeah, no.
Yeah. I got that audition. I was like, sure. I spent $110 on an Amazon clown costume, painted my face, and put on the clown outfit. I had like 20 minutes to do it before I had to like go to my survival job, waiting tables like somewhere else at my hometown. And I was doing the audition, and it was just the saddest fucking time just filming that audition because I was like in the mirror. I was like, what am I doing with my life? I was like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, oh, this fucking sucks. Yeah. I sent in the tape. I got a callback. I did the callback. I lied. The director, Mark Forster, who's like an amazing director, he was like, so are you a professional clown? And I was just like, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, you name it, I'll do it. I can do fire. I am just like, it was just coming out of me.
Play.
Yeah. And then I booked it, got up to set, and I was supposed to be there for 2 days. Someone got COVID. So I ended up staying 2 weeks. Okay. And I got 2 weeks of pay.
Great.
It was lovely.
The dream. Thank you, COVID.
And no, like
exactly.
And you passed as a professional clown. No one questioned anything.
I know. It was great.
Oh, great.
I mean, for that to be a first job out of school, like that. I mean, you talk about like feeling like booking these two big jobs in succession with Alice and O'Mary, but like, I don't know if I would ever recover from booking something like that straight out of school. I'd be like, oh no, I am a star.
Clown
Tom Hanks.
I remember like on set when he was coming down the hallway with his team. He had like a whole team of people, like his security guard, his makeup artist, all of these people. And he was just walking towards me, and it looked like a movie because you know, it's just like I've only seen him on screen, and then but like there was no screen; it was just my eyes, and then it was like 3D. He like reached his hand out to like shake mine. He was like, "Hi," he was like, "Hi, I'm Tom." And I went, "Girl, what are we doing?" And he like laughed, and I was like, "I know who the fuck you are." Yeah. He was so. I like to tell people he was just a silly, the nerdy uncle at like a barbecue. Like he would make jokes with me like on set in between takes, and the people in like the video village, like the AD and everyone, they were just like, "All right, Tom, all right, let's do another take."
I'm like, no, let me have my moment with Tom Hanks.
Exactly.
And I mean, the film is based on a Swedish film.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, obviously, which was so big in Sweden. Mm-hmm. And did you ever watch the Swedish film before?
I did. Oh my God, it was so good. It's so good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. So like, it was so fun like that film, like, you know, took over Sweden, and then they was getting like, you know, this Hollywood adaptation with Tom Hanks and Julian, of course.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, when's the part
Finally.
gonna happen?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was a very exciting moment for culturally for Sweden. I think.
When did it come out in Sweden?
Probably like, I would say just after I moved to the UK. Probably so sometime. I would guess sometime 2014. Or
Is it the same title? Does it translate?
Yeah,
the same?
translate the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
En man som heter Otto.
Look at that.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was lovely.
I was just trying to get him to drop some Swedish.
Oh my, yeah, please.
But let's talk about Adults. And I mean, Adults, for those who haven't seen it, is a brilliant TV series. It's on Disney Plus. It's kind of like Friends but woke.
Just a couple more buzz cuts.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is
And
very bad.
it's but like yeah. So I mean,
That's
I
good.
love the pause that we did too after you said that. We were
Yeah,
like, let
like-
it breathe, let it breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
like very funny and feels like so current as well. What was that like for you, and how did you get involved?
I got the audition. I remember reading it and I was like, what? Because Zach Carlos, it says he's like, I think like just the subtext of it, just the summary of it was like he's all over the place. Like he kind of can do anything, and it's kind of just like it goes with it because he's just a crazy character. And I went, that's what I'd love to do. It was the same casting director as O'Mary, so he already like could see what I do and everything.
Yeah.
And I love Henry Russell Bergstein. He's the best. He's the best.
We also love Henry.
Absolutely. How do you know Henry?
He came to see our show at the Fringe this year, and then he came to see us now when we've been in New York with our Gwyneth show as well.
We had coffee with him the other day.
And he's so lovely, and he always wears a Barbra Streisand t-shirt.
Of course.
And
Yeah.
that bitch, this is a tangent, but it's an important one. That bitch knows how to hold his ground, because we were sat in that coffee shop and there was a group of like maybe 7 or 8 girls who decided to like worm their way into our booth and continue trying to like shove us out of the way and talk really loudly. And he was like, I will match them and I will speak louder than them. And we stayed, and I was like my social anxiety was like, I love you.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Anyway,
I need a lighthouse, like a guiding point of like, I need someone to protect me right now. Because no, I completely get that. He's also like, he's done improv and everything, so I'm sure he was yes-anding their volume.
Yes.
He was like, let's do a scene. All right, let's do a scene then.
Yeah.
So I got the call that I booked that. I flew up to Toronto. Cold up there.
We were in Toronto
my
in...
goodness.
Oh, no, we didn't do Toronto. We did Canada earlier this year, and like, cold.
Yeah.
So bad.
Chilly.
When were you guys there?
We took our show about Princess Diana on a bit of a world tour earlier this year, and we went to Thailand and Australia, and straight from Australia we then flew to Canada.
Oh, great.
And the difference.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was like late February, I think we were in Canada, wasn't it? Early
I think
March.
it was March, yeah, around that time.
Yeah, chilly.
What did you guys wear? From Australia to Canada, did you have like 2 different? Yeah. What were you wearing?
Yeah, that was the tricky thing, because we went from like, we're gonna have to pack for both Australia and Canada. In the
We packed
same
for like
day.
all 4 seasons.
full
It was
yeah.
nuts.
Jeez.
Really thick, heavy winter coats.
was.
Amazing.
But great. I mean, also I feel like Canada. I always thought of Canada as the Sweden of the Americas.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. which I
love it. You're
Yeah,
saying
okay,
a lot-
no, like I'm with you. It just
Yeah.
took me a minute to go on that journey.
Which to me is obviously a big compliment. So
Yeah.
I loved it, and I think Canadians are great. We had a great time.
Yeah.
But obviously, it was just very cold coming from Australia in particular.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's going to be cold regardless, but coming from like...
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. You get on a
Kangaroos, oh my
13 and a half hour flight from Australia in like the summer, and then you land nearly a day later in Canada, and it's freezing cold.
And you're already kind of like jet lagged and you didn't sleep. And you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yep.
I was there for a weekend, or maybe a week.
Okay.
I was there for a week. Lovely stuff to do outside of filming. They had the aquarium. The aquarium was great. You ever been?
No.
Oh my God. They have like a conveyor belt that like you just stand on it and it takes you throughout the entire aquarium.
Oh my God, it's like a reverse Yo Sushi.
It's that.
Yeah. The fish
Get to look at us like, yeah, I'll have that one, I'll eat that
funny.
one. That sounds amazing.
I know. I wish I could get high because it was the perfect place to do that for. But I tried my best to like do the closest thing, which is put on Casey Musgraves for me, and then just like just walk through and just look at everything. It was great. Anyway, I got to set. Fucking terrifying, because it was like for 8 episodes, all of these people became a family.
Yeah.
The guest stars were like Julia Fox and Darcy Carden and like all of these amazing like celebrities.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like the only. I think I was kind of the only one that like is in an episode that much that isn't like anyone.
Yeah.
You know, and being there, I was like, it was like summer camp, and Nick Kroll was the director of the episode, and thank God, because he could tell that I was like nervous offset, off screen, and he just immediately like went over to the main cast and he was like, hey guys, this is Julian, he's gonna sit with you. He just took all the air out, and he just like, it's so, it was so sweet of him. The second that like I found like my like pocket of like who Zach Carlos is, he just like could tell that I was just like living, breathing, and just playing. And he was like, let's capture that as much as we can. And he did that with like all of the cast as well. Like if there was a funny moment, like he was like, okay, let's fuck everything and let's just get this.
And Adults has now been renewed.
Yes.
We did it.
Exciting. Is there a future for Zach Carlos in that too?
I don't fucking know. I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. They said there's like rumblings and rumors, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope I get to, you know, come back and go back up there and go to the aquarium again.
Yeah.
I miss the fish.
I really hope that comes through for you in so many ways, but mainly the aquarium.
Exactly. That's the real reason.
I think we should talk about Omari. We have.
I mean, I think it would be. I think it'd be weird not to.
Yeah.
Given that it is one of the best things I've ever seen.
Yeah. We have been so excited to see it for months and months and months, and we finally here in New York. That was the first show we went to see.
Wow.
And it's funny to go into something with such high expectations, and sometimes with our show people have, because what we do is very stupid and very queer.
Yeah.
So people have sometimes likened us to Omari, and I was like, oh, they're liking us to this Broadway show that people talk about a lot. That's really nice. Having seen Omari, now I'm like, that is the biggest compliment
I
we
cannot
could ever get.
believe that we would get that. Like what we do is good objectively, but then seeing it done on like a whole other level, I was like, oh, we may as well quit. Like we're never gonna make this. It was so good.
Wow. I went to go see Stranger Things with my friend Hannah, who's the other understudy, and we were like, holy hell, like it's like 2.5 hours, or it's like 2 hours or something, and I'm just like, oh my god, the understudies, and like them having to like learn all those tracks, and if you go to the side once, like you die, you know, like when you're not supposed to. Whereas like Omari, it's just like in, out, and it's just magic for 80 minutes.
So that was one of the things I wanted to ask is as an understudy then, like what are you doing when you are not on stage? You obviously presumably have set performances where you are on, and then are you waiting in the wings just in case, or are they like, oh, you don't have to come in today, like chill out or whatever?
I'm there every day. I'm there every day, even on the days off. No, I'm kidding. I'm there every day. And then normally through we are told to leave like what is it, when the cabaret starts. Not like we're told to leave, but we can leave because that's when the last entrance is.
Yep.
So when Mary makes her last entrance, then it's like no matter what, the show's gonna end.
Yep.
So me and my friend Hannah can leave, but for the most part, we're backstage. We're on Hinge. We're watching Sister Act right now. We're doing bedazzled art. You know those things?
Oh,
yeah,
huge.
Yeah, just small tasks, just a small dopamine rush.
Yep.
It's crazy how we either are doing that or we're performing for like 1,000 people on stage. It feels like such a different world. It's
how short a notice, like what's the quickest that you have been told like you're on before the next entrance, which is in 30 seconds? How long have you had?
This happened like 2 weeks ago. I went on mid-show. It was after the first scene that Booth makes, and then he went off stage and there was a medical emergency, and then I went on for the desk scene where it's like we fall in love.
Yes.
And as like the first scene was happening, the stage manager came up to me with the costume and was like, we're just going to put this on you just in case. 10 seconds go by and they're like, so you're going to go on after this? Yeah. But for me, I say this to everyone, I was like a child of trauma. I was completely like fine with it. I was just like, okay. And it was almost like something like shut off in my brain, and I was like, sure. Because everyone else was kind of just like, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the job, right?
Yeah.
Like if you're also panicking, that's not you. You need to be the one that's
exactly.
like, okay.
Yeah. And if everyone else was like normal about it, then I probably would have been freaking out.
Yeah.
But it was like the opposite, that I had to just like address and just be like, it's going to be fine. It also is going to be fine. Because it's like, Omari, and no matter what, like the best thing about Omari is the script is so good that no matter how you do it, it's still going to be like amazing.
Yeah.
You know, like the story, the characters, the jokes are the best jokes on Broadway. And no matter what, the audience will enjoy it, which is great. Like as opposed to another show where, the jokes aren't as good and you have to like try really hard to like get the audience on your side. And it's just been amazing to just be able to witness such good writing and why it works and what happens when it doesn't work and why that is, and just learn how to like perfect comedy.
Yeah.
I did it. I cracked it.
Well done.
I cracked the code. I finally did it.
Yeah. I mean, we thought that when we were watching it, just how tight it is.
It's so tight. Like the script is so funny, but also like it's so well performed and so well directed. Like every single moment, like there's not a dead second. And it was really like amazing and inspiring to see something like so good on that level that also is so stupid and so queer.
Yeah. Something I always remember is, I've never been told this for comedy, but right when you say the joke, the audience is laughing. Right before they stop laughing, then you start the next line. Because if you let them die, then you have to like amp them back up again with like another good joke. But if you just let it keep going, it just pinballs all the way up to like a big explosion, which every scene kind of has like a big explosion laugh. Yeah. And it's very cool to feel like you're playing tennis with the audience, like a lot. Like they're laughing at you and then you keep giving them stuff. It's been cool to kind of just be like a sorcerer on stage and like conjure up this like amazing sound of laughter.
I feel exactly the same when we do. I mean, obviously, we're not performing for 1,000 people quite yet, but like when we do it, exactly the same of figuring out like the mastering the joke and when, etc. is so interesting. The psychology of the audience is fascinating.
You get to play Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, I do.
And Mary's teacher. That also means that you have been married to a lot of incredible people on stage. You got to be married to like, Kola Skola, Jane Krakowski, Titus Burgers, and so on.
Crazy.
So could you list and rank all the Marys from favorite to least? Oh
my God. I know. In my head, I did have a spreadsheet and I kind of opened up the file and then I went, another time. Time later.
On a public forum.
This is off,
But how does that change your energy as a performer? Because obviously you have a set character, a set motivations, etc., etc. But everyone who's playing Mary brings all their own individual energies and stuff to it. So how does that influence you as the performer alongside them? Do you find like, oh, actually my Abraham was completely different with Jane versus with Titus or whatever?
Exactly. I've been Abraham Lincoln only once. I've been Booth for like all the other, like I think I've been on like 15 times or something like that now. But I have gotten to go on with every Mary. Except Betty Gilpin, probably for the best, because the desk would have caught on fire because it'd be so hot.
So true.
So fucking hot. She's amazing. I love her. But I've been on with every other Mary, and I've loved like realizing that it's like, how do I fall in love with this Mary like every night? For my friend Hannah, I fall in love with her because we basically are best friends now. So her Mary is kind of like Veruca Salt and like bratty and kind of just like nasty and just stinky. And my Booth is kind of like that as well. So it's like a best friend falling in love with each other. Whereas Jane, recently, I was on last night with her, and she has this like, her Mary, I would say, is like a 1% woman in like Orange County. And she's just very just like privileged and like fancy and rich, She has like this layer of like Disney to her. So I felt like there's like a mature shell of like this masculine man that like actually just falls in love with her. And it's also been nice to like come into myself and my confidence, I would say, with this part, because you've seen the tights, the pants that are actually just tights.
Yes.
And like to be able to be like, you're the romantic interest in a show is like still something I'm like, sure. But it's been nice recently with Jane especially to be like, like hold your own and like trust that you're like good enough to be a romantic leading man. Yeah. And I think it stems from like, being gay and in high school and middle school, people telling me that I'm not enough, and people not being in love with me, or people being like, oh, you're like my brother, so it's been a journey of that.
But that must have been so cool then too, because I hear like both Adults and O'Mary are shows where the queerness is so much at the center of the stories. And like as a queer person to get to be part of like such big and talked about queer projects must have been like a very cool thing.
Yeah, it makes me so grateful that I came out because it's like these are the projects that I can do now that I'm out and I'm able to like just enjoy myself and feel like, oh, like the part of me that like people were like battered me for when I was growing up. These are the parts that like I'm able to make money with.
Yes, harness your trauma.
Yeah.
That's how I
Pay
feel
the rent.
so often. Like all my faggotry is like paying my rent. Like I dress up as Princess Diana and Gwyneth Paltrow, and that's and
for
people
money.
Love those like unhinged, stupid ideas. That
and people are like standing up and clapping for you now.
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm sure in like middle school, like growing up, if you ever did that, you would get a very different reaction when you walk in. It's crazy.
Yeah. And yeah, that is a lot of fun. And O'Mary is also coming to London very soon.
Yes.
Which is very exciting. Do you think, I mean, well, have you been to London?
Yeah, I studied abroad at Lambda in 2020.
Oh.
Yeah. But for January, February, I was there.
Right.
2 months. I loved it. Oh my God, I loved it. I stayed in South Kensington.
Oh.
And everyone says that. Everyone does that.
She's fancy.
Yeah. They go, oh, sorry, excuse me.
Yeah, well done.
I lied my way into getting like a single suite for myself.
Lying your way into projects.
Yeah.
Clearly, that's what it is. Working very well.
Like I have a dust allergy. I'm so sorry. And then you always talk about the dust, and they were like, fine.
Actually, we definitely used to do that when we were looking for
Right?
places. Because you have a weak lungs.
Yeah.
Not that you have an allergy, but I'd be like, my partner is allergic to dust and mold, so we absolutely cannot have anything less than perfect.
Yep. All one sentence email send.
Yes,
and they're
done.
like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Let's give whatever they need.
So yeah, sorry, you're in South Ken.
I was in South Ken. I had friends at King's Cross as well. Oh my God, we went to like Dishoom.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
yeah.
Oh my God, incredible. Nando's. Of course. I had to
Just
I had
hearing.
to do the correct-
I was gonna say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or else you guys wouldn't know what it was.
No, no, absolutely not. Yeah.
And then what else? Is it pizza? What is it? Pizza Factory. They have like dough balls.
Pizza Express.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah. That as well. Just the food was so amazing. I felt like a pregnant woman. I was every day. I wanted a burger and a big cider at like 2 p.m. And everyone was like, "Oh yeah, that's normal," because it is.
Yeah.
It's so lovely.
That's so funny to hear an American talking that way about the food in the UK. Because they're like, that's what we do. We go to America and we're like, oh my God, burgers and fries and like wings all the time. And blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't think the UK's food is particularly exciting.
So, having lived in the UK, you can obviously speak on behalf of the British people. Do you think they will respond to Mary in a similar way as they have here in the States? Or do you think there will be a difference? Because obviously she is an American woman. Not that that's necessarily... like, you know, how she's portrayed a lot, like she's portrayed in a
do
very
you think
free
that
way.
matters in the same way?
I think that, well, my mind goes to, I saw 9 to 5 in London.
Oh, yeah.
And there was something about the British humor of like making fun of America, you know, kind of. And I went, because we deserve it. It's like, let it rip, honestly. And I think that it's going to do the exact same, if not better, because there's that separation of like, also about of a different culture coming in and you get to make fun of that culture, and you know, British people just being so intellectual with their humor as opposed to
that's
like,
very generous.
yeah, no, of course.
We're idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that when Cole's script goes there, it's obviously so intellectual, but it also is so stupid and slapstick, and it has everything in it, but at its core it's incredibly smart. And I think British humor is the exact same way. And I think they're going to watch that and just completely fall in love with it the way that we did here.
Yeah,
I really
feel
hope
like
so.
It's so funny, so there's no way that audience won't respond well to it.
I mean, I need to run for years so that we can both be in it at various
of
points.
course. Who would you guys
play?
play?
I want to play Mary so
Mary.
bad.
You see, the thing is, I also want to play Mary, but
Yeah.
I do feel like my more natural casting would be Booth and would be John. Like that's and having then sat and watched it, I was like, yeah, no, I'd eat this up. I really love this.
I mean, if not Mary, I want to be Louis.
Also, I'll take Simon.
Yes.
Louis is so good. I take Simon. I would take any role
Yeah.
in that show, please. Yes, please.
Would you want to play Mary, or is there any role in it that you haven't played that you're like, I really love to play this part?
I think I've said this backstage. I'm like, I think that the cast, whoever they cast in Oh Mary could play Mary. If that makes sense.
Yes,
I think that
every
every single one of us, like, has that weird side of us that knows how to be the clown.
Yeah.
And the reason why the show is so good is it's all of these clowns learning how to, or already knowing how to. I learned how to respect that there's only one clown in the show, and it's Mary. And you cannot be a clown when she's on stage because it ruins the scene.
Yeah.
I've learned this past year, I started in January with the show. I learned coming in to only be the clown, obviously, a man called Otto. That's all that I could do is just be the weird person, be the Zach Carlos of it all. But through this process, I've learned how to be the straight man while Mary is being crazy, and how it only works if I don't do any jokes and I just be the audience. I just mirror what the audience is feeling when Mary's being as crazy as she is.
Yeah. It's probably time to delve
Yeah,
in.
we really did. We've had too much fun talking about everything else. We need to talk about your Roman Empire. So
We would love you to state your name for the record. You say, hello, my name is, and my Roman Empire is, and you're going to reveal it to us. So go for it.
Hi, my name is Julian Manjerico. I'm 6 foot and I'm based in New York City.
Here's my hands.
Thank you. And my Roman Empire is Jim Carrey in How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
What a choice.
yeah,
This was so fun for us to research because I haven't watched that movie in such a long time, and being able to delve back into it for this. I was like, I really need to rewatch this and like enjoy myself with it.
So first of all, like, what is it about that film that really spoke to you?
I think how as I just thought, I'm like, it's a movie that is so ridiculous, but underneath of it all, it has such an amazing heart to it. It grows 3 sizes during the film.
Yes, famously.
And these characters are played by like Oscar nominated or Oscar winning actors, Tony nominated, Tony winning actors, and they are bringing such commitment to it, as well as just absurdity, and they all just believe it. They all just believe that this is all happening, and that's all that it is. It feels like a bunch of kids in a sandbox just playing for like 2 hours.
That's a really good way of putting it.
Right.
And also, you talk about like clowning. Like you could argue in this movie there is perhaps no greater clown than Jim Carrey in this role, especially.
Jim Carrey is Mary. When?
Jim Carrey is Mary. Oh my God.
Yeah. He kind of did what I was doing in that A Man Called Otto audition, where I was putting on my makeup, feeling horrible about myself. He's putting on his makeup for. Did you guys ever hear about this?
Initially 8.5 hours, then down to 2.5. Yeah.
He had to hire a Marine. What is it? Someone in the Navy.
Yeah, someone trained in torture survival.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be able to teach him how to just calm down so he doesn't go crazy.
Yeah.
He
filming
kicked
Kicked a hole in the wall of his trailer.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
He's method.
And then Ron Howard did a day in the costume and makeup as well, as like a sympathy thing of like, I feel you, so I'm going to spend the whole day directing as the Grinch.
It's this person who's going through hell.
Yeah.
Going through so much hell. And I think there's some of that subconsciously that I think that we all, when we're watching it, we see. We're like, that person is like fighting for their life, and that's why it's so interesting to watch. But they're still choosing joy. And the reason why he stayed in that makeup was because he just cared so much about bringing joy to to kids
100%.
and to just bringing happiness to a project.
And we get Christine Baranski being camp. I don't think anyone has. She should be a Mary as well. She's definitely
She's her is Louise, obviously.
Louise, you're so
like
correct.
incredible.
And I mean, I don't think anyone's had a camper film career than her.
No,
That's so true.
Ultimate
Mamma
diva.
Mia. Have you seen Dolly Parton's Christmas on the Square?
Yes.
Oh.
And I watched Trixie and Katya react to that.
They did a reaction to it.
Yes. Oh my God,
what
it's
are you
so
doing?
good.
What? Crystal on the Square is one of our favorite things, and Trixie and Katya are our favorite things.
Oh my God, I love it. It's so good.
We watch it several times a year.
Beautiful.
Unironically.
It's
Good.
so great. And
Yeah, the makeup thing was really interesting for me because all of the residents of Whoville also had to have all of these prosthetics done, and they're saying that the nose prosthetics made it really quite difficult to actually breathe. So between filming, they would like stick straws up their prosthetic noses into their actual noses to breathe. And I feel like if you made that movie now, so much more of it would be done with CGI or like post-production. And I think one of the reasons that this film is so good is, as you say, like you can see people fighting for their lives through this makeup stuff, but it's done for real. Like Jim Carrey was in this suit and looked like that. And that makes it so much more endearing than using computer generated would have done.
Yeah, but I think that's the thing with like films like Lord of the Rings or from a similar time where like everything actually feels a lot more real than it does in a lot of big films today because it was real.
Which gives it that heart and makes you want to watch it and feel at home watching it.
It reminds me of in college, I was in a dramaturgy class and they were like, there's that like theory of the painting of a chair, and then it's like they go, this isn't a chair, that's a painting of a chair, so it's already a step removed from reality. So it makes you already like separate yourself from what a chair is. And I think with all of that makeup and prosthetics back then being done so real, again, your human eyes watching it know that everything is like tactile and like malleable.
Yep.
And it just provides like this, I think, just immediate response because an audience knows that it's actually happening.
100%.
Yeah, that's it, true. I have actually played the Grinch.
You have.
You waited this long to talk about it.
I know.
The Grinch as Mary Wen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so true. I play the Grinch in a kids show. I mean, obviously, that went to Rome.
Wow.
And we were on stage in like this massive like 500-seat auditorium and full of Italian kids. And Italian kids are kind of like the most fascinating audience you can have because they are so loud. They scream all the time. They get so invested in the show. And like I feel like in the UK in particular, people can dread audience participation and they don't really want to get involved. Whereas like in Italy, if you like give them like a chance to say something, everyone just starts screaming.
It's a wall of,
and like, oh, can we have one person join on stage? Everyone runs up. Like there's
so amazing.
It was really fun and really stupid. And it was also nice to like, there are moments where I snuck around in the auditorium and then jumped up in various places and screamed them and they would just scream.
Did you also spend 8.5 hours in makeup?
I did, yeah.
Every day.
I did kick through a few walls, but yeah.
That's amazing. And I feel like in Italy as well as like Spain, just even the language is so just fluid and it's just open and it just makes you just an emotional person.
Yeah.
And children that are like that have that culture in them that are so just breathing and open and circular. That's like amazing. That's amazing to be it feels like you're doing a play with them rather than a play for them in a great way.
Very much that. And it's so like, I don't feel like structure is necessarily what they do. Like when I first started doing these shows in Italy, I was like, everything was so like weird and unorganized in like, you know, the schools, like the show was due to start at 9:30 and then the school started arriving at 9:30. A lot of the teachers would be like, get these kids in and then went to the cafe to have like, would just leave the kids on their own in the auditorium. And at first you're like, what the fuck? Like this is not how, like, where's the health and safety? This is not how you behave like, around kids. But then you're actually like, well, this is how they do it here. We're just going to have fun. And it was actually so
How long was the run? You were out there for like 2 weeks or something, weren't you?
No, I think it was only a week. They also said there were like two different versions, one for younger kids and one for slightly older, because the idea was that they would learn English, but there were barely any differences. They were like, sometimes like they were like, try and use a few harder words in like the later one, but I don't really know. Like, I don't think there were really any noticeable differences.
How old were you when you saw the movie for the first time? Is it kind of like when it came out around like 2000? Or?
It might have been when I was like, I think when I was like 3 or something, and it was in the background. It came out in 2000. It might have been like 5 or 6 is when I like first like started cognitively being like, who's that green person? Which, you know, this past year a lot of people have been saying for Wicked. Anyway, I just wanted to plug in Wicked really quick.
Like, do you remember when you made the decision you wanted to be an actor?
Yeah, it was at kindergarten. I started young. And there was a wildlife preserve people that came in and they assigned us roles because we were doing a skit about the winter. And they assigned me the turtle and they gave me like a brown blanket because turtles hibernate in the winter.
Of course.
And one of my friends was the narrator and we were acting out what animals do in the winter. I get the brown blanket I put it over my head, and then the narrator says, and then the turtle went to sleep. And that was it. But I started snoring. So I went like... And then everyone started laughing, and I went, "Oh, that was nice. Yes. That was good.
Comedy.
That was good." So like, it was improv mixed with like being the character, mixed with, I don't know, like miming, I would say maybe, or you know, just clowning as well. And now that I think about it, it's like weird that all of those things are still in my life from that one moment.
Yeah, that is really funny. Was there anyone in the Grinch you wanted to play that you ever feel like, oh, I would like to play the Grinch? Or,
Do you think
or
you were
anyone else.
a Cindy Lou Who?
Martha May.
Oh, yeah, Martha May, yeah.
I think I would love to be Martha May for matinee performances and then the Grinch for the night
Oh,
performances. Yeah.
Yes.
Because like the matinee crowds are always a little like more subdued. So it's like, let me be like the sexy one that you don't have to react to that much. But
Yeah.
like at night when it's like a Saturday night, oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Have you heard of the 85-pound Grinch?
What's that?
Right.
Oh no. Oh no.
We need to dive into that.
We really need to dive into this. This is a very, I think this is a very British
I'm
meme
scared.
culture
It was
thing.
very British.
It's
Grinch.
great.
So it was. There was this tweet. Was it a tweet? Was it a Facebook?
It was a Facebook status.
originally, but then sort of went viral online
Yeah.
a few years ago. I think we should read it.
Yeah. Do you want to read it or shall I?
Well,
You should read it.
I would love to read it, but I'm also
Yeah, no, go on.
This is from a woman called Laura who posted this. So I'll just read it.
Okay.
There's very little punctuation in this entire message, but I'll try and make it
Deep breath.
Which says a lot. Yeah. About her.
So, paid £85 for a Grinch visit. ... Advertises the Grinch to come in, mess the kids' bed, have pillow fights, put toilet roll around your Christmas tree, and pictures with the kids at the end. They were told to leave no pictures. Versus what I got. Every single bit of party food, expensive cupcakes, threw all over the place, tree decorations, broke, fairy liquid poured on my kitchen floor, eggs smashed, and full bottle of juice poured over my floor, and sun. Kids' new onesie ruined. Highly do not recommend. Mail and complain, no reply. Grinch defo came and stole Christmas. Never been so disgusted in my life.
So,
And there are these pictures of, like she's put up a nice spread of things.
Yeah.
And then there are this aftermath.
What the fuck happened?
right?
Including.
Oh my God.
So she just hired someone to come in and trash their house. I think the kid probably had an
he's having a great
amazing time.
He's having a great time right there. I think it's great.
It's camp. And
That's
that
frosting,
happened-
not blood, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that happened in 2021.
That's crazy. My favorite part is there's not a picture of the Grinch in it, right?
No.
So like,
No proof that
did
it
a
happened.
Grinch ever show up?
No, who knows? It could have
Who
just been
knows?
this
Could have
woman.
actually just been Laura.
That's incredible.
Could have been
How did
Mom.
you guys find that?
It went viral a few years ago,
yeah, it
and
was
then
on
there were
Twitter,
like all
wasn't
the
it? Yeah.
memes going around it. I remember my favorite was when it was the Met Gala, and someone posted like the 85-pound Grinch have arrived at the Met Gala.
That's a good name for it too, because it cost 85 pounds
Yeah.
to have them. I thought it was just a really skinny, like Mariah Carey Grinch.
Oh,
yeah. So I went this like urban legend of this really skinny Grinch that comes in. It kind of like scared me when you started talking about the nighttime story. I was like, the lights are dimming in here.
I see that. Just like this really cunty,
Yeah.
skinny legend Grinch.
Yeah.
It's like she's dizzy. That's why she's ruining everything. She
Yes.
can't see.
Oh God, we were watching a video of like fun facts about the filming of The Grinch.
Yeah.
And this guy was like clearly trying his best to find the best stuff that he could. And one of his facts was that in the scenes where Jim Carrey's the Grinch is eating glass bottles, one of his facts was it wasn't actually real glass; it was sugar glass. You're like, do you think?
You think? Jesus Christ.
This man, as well as being 8.5 hours in makeup, ate glass.
Yeah.
in a kid's movie.
He ran out of facts. He was
Yeah.
like-
Would you eat glass to play the Grinch?
Would you eat glass?
Would I like real glass or
Yeah.
fake glass?
If they were like, you're going to get it, it's going to be a massive reboot, we're going to pay you millions of dollars, now
glass.
eat glass.
I just thought of in school we were in this is such an aside.
I'm worried about whether
Yeah, I know. In school, we were in a Shakespeare class, and one of my teachers was like, when you're saying like a word you hate, it's as if you're taking a piece of glass and chewing it, and then it's like going down into your system, and it's like, let that word be that.
God, I hate
And
drama school.
I went, this was $300,000. But I would eat glass. How much glass?
I mean, a bottle, I guess.
A bottle?
Not a full bottle. Like I think
just,
like if they're like, we've kind of almost smashed this. So now if you take a bite, it will smash in your mouth and you just kind of have to eat whatever initial thing lands in there.
Do I get time to recover before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, this isn't on set on the first day.
Okay.
Like,
Then great. Yeah. I'll do
they'll
it.
give you some mouthwash afterwards.
Okay, because that'll feel good.
Yeah, yeah.
That won't burn.
As long as they're paying for my
clean it
dental
up.
care, I think that would
Yeah.
be worth it.
So, how do you feel like the Grinch changed your life?
It provided me with care for my mother, who's died. I'm kidding. No, the way I started that, I was like, why am I so?
I suddenly felt very like
ASMR, yeah.
Instead of a carer, you booked the 85-pound Grinch
Yeah,
coming to cover your life.
It just made me be like, it's such a fan favorite movie. Everyone loves it. Everyone loves to watch it. And I have seen so many times people, like, this is so ridiculous, but I like watch sometimes people watching it while we're having a movie night, and I go, yeah, everyone loves a clown.
Yeah.
That's my tattoo. I got it on the translate. But yeah, everyone loves a clown. I would say that's why I love that that movie. It made me realize, like, yeah, just again, the part of me that got, you know, bullied a lot in school is the part that, like, people actually do love.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey was one of the people who was named by Dr. Seuss's widow as, like, someone who would be allowed to play the role when she finally agreed for the rights for the movie to be auctioned off. You've got the list of people, right?
Yeah, and it's quite interesting because so he didn't want any adaptations of it.
Dr.
When
Seuss,
he died, the wife was like, yeah, sure.
Merchandise. She like went in.
Good for
So
her.
she said yes to merchandising deals and movies.
Wow.
But they did have, like, the rights to the film would be auctioned, and the suitors would have to be willing to pay $5 million up front, 4% of box office gross to her, 50% of merchandising revenue, 70% of book tie-in profits.
Like, girl was getting
Wow, she knows. I don't even know half those words.
And, like, according to the Wikipedia,
Yes, source of all great knowledge, Wikipedia.
any actor considered for the role of the Grinch would have to be of a similar stature to Jack Nicholson, Eddie Murphy, Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, or Jim Carrey.
Wow.
Like, I'm like dictating your husband's book can only be a movie if it stars one of these people.
It could only be directed of directors whose work had previously earned at least $1 million on a previous project.
Wow. Essentially guaranteeing
like
a hit.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think fair play.
Isn't that big
No,
film,
no.
really, but it means it's not a newcomer director. You have to have someone established.
Yep.
And then I mean, she did get Jim Carrey and Oscar winner Ron Howard. So I mean,
Yeah, and Kristen Baranski. Right.
and it did get a lot of earn a lot of money.
And then they did the animated reboot. Did you see that? The animated one?
It's
No,
good.
I mean,
It's kind of
neither.
like, I don't want to see it. You know, it's like, I don't want to see, because I'm just going to always think of, obviously, like, Jim doing it.
Yeah.
Jim, you know, Jim.
Jim, you know, we all know Jim.
Mr. Jim cares. Yeah.
Oh, did you see the photo of Jim and, is it Taylor, who played Cindy?
yeah.
They reunited for the first time in
so
25
sweet.
years on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame recently.
Have you seen him, Gossip Girl?
No, I was
The
not a
old one?
Gossip Girl
We're bad
girly.
gays.
Yeah, we are bad gays.
There's always time. It's the Spy Museum and Gossip Girl. You got a lot to do before Tuesday. She's in that, and she's like, and obviously, like, the way she looks now, there was like that thing, like, I think it was 5 or 10 years ago when people caught up with her and they're like, she looks like that now. Like,
Obviously, she
like,
does.
she
She was
was great.
5 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, she was
exactly.
5 years old when she made this movie.
People wear eyeliner now. Let her live.
And have you seen speaking of future O'Mara star Kristen Wiig, have you seen the SNL sketch where she hosted and they had Pete Davidson playing the Grinch? And it was
Oh,
basically
yeah.
like-
So good.
Yeah.
He stayed the night.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
And
God,
then
that
she goes
is-
like,
yeah.
it wasn't the only thing that grew 3 sizes.
Oh my god! And it's Pete saying,
Yeah.
it's Pete Davidson.
So good. So
Absolutely.
We probably need to.
We should probably start, doing the wrap
So-
up bit.
Really fast. Can I hear your Grinch?
Oh God!
Oh, I asked him last
said
night
that,
to do
and
this.
then I started doing the voice. We're like, that's not the voice you were doing because
it was more kind of Gollum.
Okay.
It probably was. I mean, it's quite a few years ago now, but I don't even.
Oh, I see that.
I
I
saw
saw
the
the
face,
dog.
I saw
It's
the
coming
bottom
out.
But like, I'm trying to think if I
transformation.
remember any of the dialogue, but I don't think I do. But it was like, oh, yeah, I'm the Grinch.
You better work.
Wow, what the hell
That
was
was amazing.
I don't know.
That was
Amazing.
amazing.
That was giving UK Drag Race girl who asked to do a Cher impression just went, I'm great.
That's the Grinch. Thank you so much, Julian,
Oh, I
for
love that.
joining us. Obviously, everyone should watch Adults. It's on Disney Plus, and go and see O'Mara in New York City. I'm going to drop this now.
I love
And
it. Good.
is there anything else you want to plug, promote? Can people follow
How
you
can
on
people
socials,
find you online?
in real life?
Follow you down the street.
Yeah, sure. You can find me on Instagram. It's the letter J and then my last name. Good luck. No, JManjerico_. I post a lot of shit. I post a lot of stories. I want to start making TikToks. Did you hear how excited I was?
We had this recently as well.
Yeah.
We'll make a TikTok together after this recording.
Okay, good.
Will we?
Great. Great.
No, I feel you. Yeah. Okay,
You know what
so
I
follow
mean?
you on TikTok and we'll see what happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Instagram first, and then
Yep.
I'll do something with that. We'll see. Yeah.
But you had one. You kicked Cheyenne Jackson down the.
Yes, you did. That was funny.
My friend Hannah like shot it. But I like edited it. I added the sound effects. It was so fucking much. And by the end of it, I was like, I don't even want to fucking post this anymore. I was like, how do people do this? I was like, holy shit.
I don't get it. TikTok is such an art form. I mean, we were on it, and like he's annoyingly good at just taking up stuff and being good at it, and he's so good at TikTok.
Not TikTok. I'm
Says the bitch who we landed in New York City 6 weeks ago, and is like, oh, I don't really want to do TikTok, and then within this month has had 3 viral TikToks with over 250,000 views.
Incredible.
Right?
Off of what's your account? So you can plug it.
So that's our Prods.
Yeah, we're doing it from the show accounts. It's kind of like tied into the show. So we did
Very
one
smart.
with like, I mean, they've all been tied into Gwyneth Paltrow in various ways.
Good.
Because she is the cultural goldmine that just keeps on giving.
Yes, thanks, Gwyneth. Thanks for not suing us.
She's up there.
Anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for having me.